40 actresses no one in Hollywood wants to work with. You'd be surprised to learn that some of Hollywood's most lovable ladies are actually rumored to be quite difficult to work with in real life. Here are 40 actresses who are known for their ridiculous demands and unprofessional behavior behind the scenes. Gwyneth Paltrow. Paltrow is no stranger to speaking her mind, and it's gotten her in trouble before. She's publicly complained about everything from the Met Gala, "It sucked," to Reese Witherspoon, "She only does rom-coms for money and fame." Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley has always positioned herself as a down-to-earth, no-drama actress. But are her claims really true? Director John Carney said that working with the model-turned-actress on the film Begin Again was a real hassle. He mentioned specifically that she was unwilling to open up and take risks in her acting and that she was constantly followed by an entourage. Shannon Doherty. While she's still beloved by fans for her iconic roles in Charmed and Beverly Hills 90210, she is not on good terms with anyone from either of those projects. She refused to speak to Alyssa Milano on Charmed, and she got fired from 90,210 because she was rude and would consistently show up late for shooting. Lea Michele. Lea Michele's most well-known role was Rachel on Glee, and behind the scenes, her co-stars have had some less than flattering things to say about the star. Despite the show being off the air for more than 5 years, her behavior on set continues to haunt her. Kate Winslet. While she might behave on set, fans over the years have called her out for being cold or even downright rude. In particular, in 2012, Winslet famously snubbed a group of fans who had waited in the rain to catch a glimpse of her. Stars don't owe fans everything, but outright refusing to acknowledge their existence is pretty ridiculous. Misha Barton. Misha Barton was once set to become one of the biggest names in Hollywood due to her roles on The OC and All My Children. However, once she started drinking too much, showing up late, and forgetting her lines while filming, that all went down the drain. Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball played the lovable title character on I Love Lucy, but Lucille was not so lovable in real life. Co-stars have said that Lucille always looked for ways to upstage other actors and cut some of their screen time. Julia Roberts. Most people consider Julia Roberts to be America's sweetheart, but things weren't always so sweet with the actress on set. During the filming of Hook, director Steven Spielberg referred to Roberts as Tinkerhell because of how she would sometimes behave on set. Christina Aguilera. According to some that have worked with her over the years, she's prone to bad attitudes and some ridiculous demands. She once refused to talk to or even look at The Wanted, a musical guest on The Voice. At least she showed up that day. According to others on the show, she's known for being very late and holding up production. Terry Hatcher. Terry Hatcher won over fans as Susan on Desperate Housewives, but her co-workers did not share the same affection for her. In fact, almost everyone else on the show had some sort of negative experience with her, despite the fact that the cast was generally close with one another aside from her. Lindsay Lohan. During her hot mess heyday, she was an actress people love to hate. While she's made recent attempts to turn her life around, we honestly can't blame people for not wanting to associate with her in the past. Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston played Rachel on Friends, but sources say that she was not very friendly on set. Whenever they were not filming, she would avoid socializing with everyone else, and she reportedly threw a chair at one of her previous directors. She made it more than clear that she wasn't there to be best friends with everyone. Rachel Ray. It's best to just stay out of the kitchen when Rachel Ray is in town. According to former audience members at her show, taping is a total nightmare. She's been seen berating employees between takes in front of everyone, but her rudeness can apparently extend to service workers like hotel clerks. Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey's diva behavior puts basically everyone else on this list to shame. The singer and actor has been known for years as someone who's difficult to work with, and it doesn't appear that Carey makes any effort to hide it. And honestly, when you're as talented as Carey is, you really don't have any reason to. Madonna. Like some other celebrities, she's got some pretty crazy demands on her rider. These include importing Madonna's own personal furniture to her dressing room, everyone calling her M, and flowers that are cut to be exactly 6 inches tall. She also reportedly refused to board a private jet because the pilot would not let her bring a cryotherapy chamber on board. January Jones. People who have worked with January Jones say that her name is appropriate because she is one of the coldest, most unapproachable people they have ever met. One Mad Men co-star said she was really serious about what she does, but other people had more choice words for the actress' behavior. Katherine Heigl. Katherine Heigl has played some of America's favorite characters, but her actions on set aren't quite as lovable. She once turned down an Emmy nod for Grey's Anatomy because she felt that the writing for her character wasn't good enough. She is also known for being late, questioning the script, and refusing wardrobe pieces. Susan Sarandon. So this one doesn't involve stories of how she yelled at someone on set or threw things. Susan Sarandon isn't that obvious. What we wanted to bring up is how she seems to have a snarky opinion about every woman castmate she's ever worked with. When interviewed about Meryl Streep, she stated, "I don't elevate her to the goddess level." Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe was notoriously difficult to work with. Years after her death, in an interview, her co-star Tony Curtis said, "She was very, very difficult. Her personal madnesses were so destructive that it made her unhappy and anyone that surrounded her." Catherine Zeta-Jones. Catherine Zeta-Jones has been known to stick her foot in her mouth from time to time, like the time she said, "So sorry I'm rich. So sorry I'm married to a movie star. So sorry I'm not so bad looking. No sorries. Enough." If that isn't a diva attitude, we don't know what is. Oprah. It turns out that becoming one of the biggest celebrities in history will turn you into a diva whether you want to be one or not. According to one biographer, once when Oprah went to a gallery to consider buying some paintings, she spoke to the owner in the third person. When asked to follow him to the viewing room, she replied with, "Oprah doesn't do stairs." Jennifer Lopez. Honestly, half the fun of Jennifer Lopez is watching her act like a crazy diva all the time. In addition to your garden variety of on-set demands, Lopez has been known to communicate via an assistant instead of having a face-to-face conversation with someone she deems inferior. Lacey Chabert. Lacey Chabert is a pretty decent actress, and she's been in dozens of things. According to some insiders, her religion and passion for motherhood can make her difficult to work with sometimes. Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell isn't just known for rude comments, she's been known to throw a punch from time to time, too. Campbell is no stranger to court. She's been brought up on assault charges multiple times, including by her personal assistant. Megan Fox. Megan Fox was at one point the eye candy keeping the Transformers franchise alive. The plots of the movies might have gotten worse and worse, but there was always Megan Fox looking just as amazing as ever. But that all changed due to some diva behavior she allegedly exhibited on set. Sharon Stone. Directors have dished before about her on-set ego and diva-like behavior, but it looks like those extend into the real world, too. The actress was actually once detained in a Utah airport for throwing a fit about a checked bag. While Stone has denied the ordeal ever happened, witnesses on the plane and at the airport have all confirmed that she was making a major scene. Sean Young. Sean Young was expected to become a huge star until her diva-like personality got in the way. She got fired from the movie Wall Street because she refused to act professional on set, and she got sued for harassment by one of her ex-lovers, James Wood. Most bizarrely, she was placed under citizen's arrest at the 2012 Oscars for slapping a security guard. Beyonce. Sorry to all the Beyonce fans out there, but Queen Bey is a confirmed diva, and not in a cute way. Like many other superstars, Beyonce has a penchant for making bizarre demands on those around her, and usually getting her way. Her demands extend all the way to other people. Crew members have to wear 100% cotton in her presence. Evan Rachel Wood. There are rumors that Wood is not the nicest person to work with. The most bizarre accusation is that during filming for the unreleased movie 10 Things I Hate About Life, Wood just decided at one point she was done being in the film. Producers have sued Wood for $30 million for breach of contract, but so far, the case has not yet been settled. Sybil Shepherd. Sybil Shepherd has been acting since the 70s, and it turns out that decades of fame are not good for your ego. She might make magic on screen, but behind the scenes, she doesn't have many fans. While the show may have been TV gold, Shepherd allegedly fought constantly with her moonlighting co-star Bruce Willis. Nicki Minaj. On the set of American Idol, the rapper was apparently rude to contestants and their families and wouldn't allow anyone to take a photo with her. And that's on top of her consistently showing up late for work. She also doesn't seem to be a big fan of the people she hires to help her, which was made perfectly clear after the cops were called to her home thanks to a heated argument she had with her maid. Paz de la Huerta. Paz de la Huerta was a regular on the HBO series Boardwalk Empire for its first 2 seasons, but then she stopped showing up. What happened? Diva behavior, of course. However, things moved from run-of-the-mill diva behavior into criminal behavior after she publicly assaulted reality star Samantha Sweetra. She pleaded guilty to the charges against her and was ordered to take alcohol treatment classes. Ashley Simpson. Simpson had a brief role on the Melrose Place reboot on MTV, but she was eventually let go by the show. According to rumors, she would show up late, act like a diva, and turn the entire cast against her. It also didn't help that Heather Locklear was looking to reprise her role on the show, and producers needed a way to trim the budget to pay Locklear's salary. Cutting a disliked cast member was a no-brainer for them. Shenae Grimes. According to insiders, Grimes was rude to everyone on the set of the 90,210 reboot, from extras and crew members to her fellow cast. She was also apparently quick to remind everyone that she was the star and that everyone else was merely riding her coattails. Grimes managed to stick around for all 5 seasons of the show, but by the end of it, she didn't have many friends left in her corner. Hilary Swank. Hilary Swank was a hot ticket item for a while there, especially after she won an Oscar for $1 Million Baby. However, we haven't seen her in a while. Why is that? Apparently, she's an absolute pain to work with. While some people say she's great to work with, others have said she's kinda egotistical. Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz seems like a chill person, but apparently, there are some seriously dramatic antics underneath her cool girl persona. One person close to her claims when she was told to shave her underarm, she forced her personal assistant to do it. This occurred on the set of The Sweetest Thing, a movie she filmed back in 2001. Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway is one of those actresses that people love to hate, mostly because she rubs them wrong way. There's no problem with that, but there may be a reason. Hathaway can be a huge diva when she chooses to be. While shooting a commercial in Japan, Hathaway ordered sunny side-up eggs. Apparently, the order was wrong, and she sent them back 4 times. Faye Dunaway. Faye Dunaway may have tons of accolades and awards, but she's awful to work with and work for. Dunaway slapped an assistant because she didn't like how her hairpins were being presented. Another assistant of hers is suing her for verbally harassing him. If she's unhappy, Dunaway will also throw things around the set. It's no wonder Betty Davis called Faye Dunaway the worst person in Hollywood. Angelina Jolie. I think we can all see how Angelina Jolie can be a diva, but what are the specifics? While filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Jolie reportedly butted heads with director Doug Liman on an almost daily basis. She would change things mid-scene and decide which directions she wanted to take. Some directors were okay with it, but Liman certainly wasn't. Nicole Kidman. On the set of Big Little Lies, she would do anything to avoid interacting with the public. That we can get, but she goes through extremely ridiculous lengths. Those who have worked with her said she even tried to claim one of the 2 elevators in the whole building as her own, refusing to let anyone use it besides her. The only thing that stopped her was another A-lister blocking the request. Find more at alot.com.